Hey, lovies. It's me, back at it again. You know, when I talk to people, most of the time I just sit and listen. And I get some of the most intriguing information. I had a friend girl who, me and her just conversing. And she go and, just talking about being single. And she said, oh, he gotta pay to play. And I've been out of the dating world for a minute, so I took a little bit of time to reflect on that. He gotta pay to play. And so, I'm like, okay, is that what you actually tell me? And I got a lot of men in my family, so, and then I got a lot of guy friends because I've always had been comfortable around dudes because I was always tomboyish. So I'm the girl that will talk to you about football stats and basketball stats, and such and such had 198 rushing yards, and so and so only had 312 rushing yards. How you gonna say so and so is a better running back? Or the quarterback, every time the quarterback is out of the pocket, he gets sacked. I'm that girl. Okay, I love sports, so I've always been around a bunch of dudes, typically. So of course I go back and I ask the men that I know, what he got to pay to play. If a woman come to you and say he got to pay to play, or you got to pay to play, what does that mean? And what I found was enlightening. Basically, if you lead, ladies, sis, if you lead with he got to pay to play or you got to pay to play, if that's what you come out the gate with, you are cutting off your supply of love from that man. Now, if you just want a trick, do you. But if you're really looking for love, long-term relationship, somebody hold you, somebody to talk to, spend time with, that type of shit, you cut off your supply of that. Because what you're saying is, I don't have nothing else to offer, so just give me money. Because I'm not going to stimulate your mind or push you to be a better man, okay? That's what it says. So what you should understand, now there are some fuck boys out there that, okay, they ain't got a pot to piss in but you in my face. Yeah, you tell them you gotta pay to play because they can't afford it. They spent their money on weed. They can't afford you. No way. You're like, but for a grown man, a man that got his shit together, he worked, got his shit together. Okay, he already understands. You ain't gotta tell him that. You ain't gotta lead with that. You ain't gotta say that. It's innate in a man to be a breadwinner. You don't have to lead with that. Because what's gonna happen is, yeah, he'll give you the phone bill money or electric bill money for a piece of ass, but you still gonna be lonely, still gonna be single. He still ain't gonna wanna have, like, okay, he'll get what he need and he go move around. But somebody like me, he'll call, text, hey, how you doing? What you doing? So because I stimulate his mind, I can have a conversation. I can speak to the king in him. Saying you gotta pay to play cuts all of that off. It's the same thing, vice versa. Y'all know I talk to the men as much as I talk to the women. So it's the same thing when a man comes up to me and the first thing he tells me is he drive a Maserati, or he got this, he got that, he got all the damn jewelry on and all that bullshit. My first response or my first thought is, you lack substance. Yeah, you got a Maserati and you make all this money, but if you can't hold a conversation, I'm a sapiosexual. Intelligence is the sexiest thing on the planet. If you can't hold a conversation with me, I'm not. If you can't mentally stimulate me, I'm not interested. So if the first thing he want to tell me is how much money he make, yeah, there's very little interest. That tells me, you know, if he got all his jewelry and all the other bullshit, he lacks the ability to think of himself as more than just the clothes that he wears. So he doesn't even recognize the king in himself. He has too many insecurities. And I'm not the one to try to love you through your... I tried that. I tried loving a man through his insecurities. Then it just left me with remnants of myself. Okay? So I won't... If you don't see your value and who you are before you approach me, as much as I can say it till I'm blue in the face, but if you don't see it, it doesn't matter. It won't ever matter. And it's the same thing with men. The amount of money a man makes is only about 30% of who he is. So you leaving 70% of his character. You need to be asking, you know, what motivates you to get out of bed every day. Like, that's a character. Like, you get a man's character, because to be honest with you, everybody got a struggle. Everybody got some circumstances, got some shit that they done been through. They done hit rock bottom. I'm not concerned with your hitting rock bottom. I'm more of a person, how long it take you to get back up? Did you use your resources? Are you improving your life? Are you progressing? Are you doing better? Are you trying to be better? What's the last book you read? That's what I'm on. You get to know a person's character when you ask the right questions. What kind of car you drive? I can care less. Cause look, I had a Bentley at one point, and then I went from a Bentley to a Ford Tempo. What kind of car you drive don't really matter right now. You know, where you at versus where you're going. Where your mind at? What's your mindset like? What's the last book you read? What motivates you to get out of bed every day? I said that. I love that one. Because most of the time, they sit there and process that one for a while. Yeah. Come up with something. Then get back with it. Okay, y'all let me know what y'all think. Let me know your thoughts. I'm talking to the men and the women. Ain't nobody exempt. All right?